third or fourth at the closest in the run to the corner, and he's a greyhound who needs to be hard up on the fence. So he's most probably one that has the most ability. He went around $1.60 favourite in the heat, so he's a greyhound. It's got plenty of upside. He's run over 450 and 460 around the provincial circuits. It's his first go here at Sandown, but he's got plenty of upside. I just don't know where he maps off a tricky middle pin draw.
I was looking forward to having a chat with Jerry O'Keefe, who's the trainer of Pretty Hot, and the connection with Adam Smithson, who had Vice Grip, who I think was in the hands of Jerry, and understandably went backwards from that point onwards. Tongue in cheek, of course. I love the great man, Jerry O'Keefe. His good friend in Daryl Brain is handling tonight and representing him on the big stage here on Shootout Night here at Sandown Park. What about, do you give the Pink much hope? No, first up here in the city, doesn't have a lot of experience, but generally, at least from my memory, greyhounds trained by Carolyn Jones generally are pretty good strength.
Yeah, and they're pretty handy dogs, aren't they? This one's had 6 career starts for 4 wins and a minor. Done most of its work at Sale. That's typically where Caroline starts them, and didn't show a great deal of early speed, but was able to show some mid-race dash. But in the Warragul to Sandown heat at Warragul, actually was able to lead off a middle pin draw, which was slightly surprising for me. Wide draw, no disadvantage. First look at Sandown, I assume it would have trolled here in its education phases going through pre-training. It's just hard to win off the Pink when you are certainly not going to get across the likes of Pretty Hot and Sprightly Cyan in the run to the corner.
On the way to the boxes for the 11th here on Shootout Night, Nathan Gretsch. What's the market and the punters telling us ahead of this one?
It was a winner at Everts Heat in 25.75. It's won 8 of 18. Cheap Red Wine's at 5. A Horsham winner 3 starts ago. Third in the heat of this series, won 10 of 22. And it's double figures everything else now. Zippity Zippin at $10 has had the 6 starts for 4 wins. Won its heat in 25.78. And $11 Tubu Hook for Charlie Galea was second to Pretty Hot in the heats. Won 4 of 33. Stitch and Shout at 12 has won 9 of 31 and comes here for the first time. Moving in well, getting set for race number 11. The Warragul to Sandown Greyhounds Grade 5 final. Thanks, Patch Runners getting set. Favourite is the 2, Pretty Hot's been well specced on fixed odds into 260. Sprightly Cyan on the drift out to 440. Green light, lures on the roll. Race number 11, they're set. Racing, Pretty Hot jumped only fairly, got smashed at the start because carving over was Bushman's Archie, and Stitch and Shout is coming over as well. Stitch and Shout will lead to the first turn. Right around the outside, Sprightly Cyan gets to second. Tubu Hook was third. Weaving through traffic was Zippity Zippin. On the outside of it was Bushman's Archie. Well back now, Capricorn 1, then came Cheap Red Wine. Well back to Pretty Hot, and it's near enough to last as they swing around the turn. Leader was Stitch and Shout. After on the outside was Sprightly Cyan, but Stitch and Shout kicked and won. 2 lengths in the line. Tubu Hook got up for second, and Sprightly Cyan's run third. Fourth across the line was Zippity Zippin ahead of Cheap Red Wine. Then it came a line of 3 at the rear. Capricorn 1, Bushman's Archie, and Pretty Hot. Time 29 and 56.
Stitch and Shout wins the 11th on Shootout Night. Glenn Wood, talk to me. How happy are you with that?
This is the best. It's
Why? Tell me.
I got this dog off a friend who asked me to train him, and he was down and out for a little while. So I took him.
The dog or your friend?
The dog. So I took him home. Small kennel. I've only got 3 dogs. Free gallops. Just got him used to it. The grandkids play with him in the backyard, and he just got happy and fit, healthy, with help from Scott Schuback, me muscle man, and Barb Backoy, who I can't speak highly enough of. And we just got him going really good, and he loves it, and he's learning more every day. And this is just great, just great.
And pardon my naivety to your history in the sport, but how many city races have you won in the past?
1. Yeah.
What was that?
1 at the Meadows a couple of years ago with Nate's Awesome, and my wife was screaming in the crowd. And I'm screaming on the track, and it was just awesome. And I'm just so rapt for this fella here that he's he just tries harder and harder every week, and I'm just, over the moon, absolutely over the moon.
That's fantastic. I saw the ownership group as well. There's a long list of names. Talk us through all them.
Well, I actually really can't because I've never met them. The funny looking horse syndicate, they're a great bunch of blokes because Mel passes on their wordings to me, and they're just great with me. They, whatever I'm doing, just keep going, and they allow me to have a complete free rein with him. We come up through Tier 3 through a ranked meeting to get his confidence up. And from then he's just learnt how to race, and he's just getting better and better and better. And wow, that's great. You know, like, you know, there's a couple of times tonight in the preludes, he's only a couple of lengths off them, and you know, here I'm thinking, yeah, I just couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happy. The owner's bringing him back now, and she's, yeah, it's just great.
Go and get him. Shake my hand. Great story, and credit to you to get him where he is tonight, performing in that manner. Good job.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Glenn Wood there, Nate. What a story that is. Good performance, and geez, even better story off the back of that. He's so happy and so proud of his boy.
He certainly is, and he's got it running in a rich reign of form, Jace. His last 9 starts, he's won 6 times, and he's been runner-up the other 3. So, as Glenn said, he's just been making him happy. He's put him in a good headspace. He's really enjoying the way that Glenn trains out at Warragul there, and I tell you what, you won't see a more happy connections, a more happy trainer than that win. It's only his 2nd ever city win, and what a win it was, 29.55. It's measuring up with some of the prelude times, as he alluded to. The race certainly changed shape soon after box rise. The initial speed both missed a kick and found trouble, and Stitch and Shout was able to overcome the wide draw. Spear across 5.13 early, 18.88 up the back, and 29.55 overall. So a very happy win for connections there, and Warragul to Sandown final. It can sometimes spring a bit of an upset, and it certainly was there with Stitch and Shout, but he's in a rich vein of form and racing well for new connections.
Yep, indeed. And he said the owner was catching him. Mel Mail, do you know much about her?
Yeah, I do know Mel quite well, and it's interesting that this dog is out of Kuro Kismet, who is Mel's stud dog, and she had a lot of fun with him. I think he won a launching pad, didn't he, Jace? And she put him to start, and she'd be tickled pink, so to speak, with that win.
Yeah, indeed. I can see her smile from here. She works at the Sale Greyhounds. Does she work at Warragul as well, maybe?
She works everywhere, mate. She's involved with plenty of assets of greyhound racing, rehoming, taking care of brood mares, and just doing the whole works from go to woe. And she's just a passionate dog person that loves the animal.
Yeah, and she's got a really colourful and bright T-shirt on there as well. I'm keen to learn more about that, but terrific human being in the sport, and as you said, in all facets as well. And geez, how happy was Glenn? I don't think we got it on camera, but behind the boxes here, like he knew the result, and he was just watching the replay again, and as he crossed the line, he gave a bit of a fist pump. So no shortage of happiness for him, and that's so good to hear the passion and the work that he's put on this boy, and everyone who's involved. It's just I guess a great example of how good this game can be.
I think he took a big breath and just sucked in the moment for a minute. It was a bit of a surreal feeling for him, you know, running time but then winning a metropolitan race, and you can see Mel's shirt there is Stitch off the
oh, there you go, Stitch and Shout.
So Stitch and Shout. So there's method to a dress attire tonight, and I'm not sure if the head who's supposed to go with it as well, Jace, or that's it's very colourful and
yeah,
matching.
she's always had some sort of streak going through it.
Yeah, I know, but I think she's gone the matching colour as the Disney character, so she's gone all out. She must have been confident of his performance tonight, and he won quite convincingly at quite a big quote of $17. But he's been racing well, as I just touched on. 6 wins and 3 minor placings from his last 9 starts. So credit to everybody involved, and what a thrill. It might only be a Warragul to Sandown final, but geez, they tickled pink. You won't. You'd think they've won the shootout. How happy the connections are with that win tonight.
Be a happy drive back to Warragul. Don't you worry about that for Glenn Woods. So congratulations to everyone involved in Stitch and Shout. A great story to come out of what's been an amazing night of racing here at Sandown.